What's up, guys? Welcome back to 5280. And it seems a little dark in here. I think we're going to fix that today. All right, so I only mean partially fix it. So we got a couple of can lights we're going to do. The main event that's going to go on up there is not going to happen for a little bit longer, but you could see there's some dark spots in here. And while the lights that we're going to install aren't going to take care of this, they're definitely going to take care of this. So what we're going to do is we got 4 can lights. These are a gimbal style can light. Basically what they're going to do is I'm going to put them up right there, there, and down over there. I have some stuff that I need to do in the next couple of videos, and I need to have more lighting, especially in this area. And the nice thing with those lights is I can direct the light this way if I need to, or I can backlight it onto the wall and have it reflect. I got myself a 4-inch black trim gimbal style light. Here is the wiring box for it. So obviously box itself comes with wires in there, comes with the quick connects. Then the other thing is you could change your light temperature. So your light temperature, you look on the box here, pretty much self-explanatory on that one. I think you're going to need Romex. This is 2 and a ground. So basically it's 2 wires and a ground wire. This is 14 gauge. I got 50 feet. You're going to need your hole saw bit. This light requires a 4-inch. Here's your template. It says 4-inch. And then obviously you're going to need a drill, but this is my impact screw gun, tomato, whatever grad out of there. And this is a fish. So this is going to help you fish your wire. Goes in there, fishes up through the ceiling, goes in there, grabs your wire, and it comes back. You could probably find tons of other things that will do the same, but realistically, this will make your life so much easier. I measured up 2 possible places for this to go. The first one, my thought process was on it, from the edge of this round over to the wall is about 10.5 inches. So I measured 5 1/4 in the middle right there, and then 5 1/4 from here, and put it right there. You know, doesn't look bad. Wasn't crazy about it. So what I did is I measured 2 feet from here, or 24 inches to here, and then 5 1/4 from the wall. I like that a lot more. So I think that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with 2 feet over, 5 1/4 outwards from the wall. Next step is I'm going to get the hole saw, and I already marked right there. I'm going to drill up in there, and I'm going to drill slowly, just again, assuming that I don't know what's behind here. Yeah, you see that piece of 2x4? Yeah, I had to cut that out too. Because the last thing I wanted to do was move it over and then have to patch that, because that would have drove me nuts. I think we're going to send you guys up there. Let's see if we can look down there. Some obstructions, huh? Well, I don't know exactly how far down those obstructions are, but I have a rough guess. So the pipe is about where I thought it was. It's up a little bit higher, so that's nice. So I guess the other thing I should probably do is go to the other end, drill a similar hole, and kind of do the same thing in the opposite. Okay, we got one hole there. We got another hole there. I'm thinking here and here. I don't know. If I find center of the garage and I go 2 feet right and 2 feet left with that, does that mean that the door is center of the garage as well? Because visually, the door looks like it's center of the garage. doesn't it? But say if the door favors this, it's going to be messed up over here versus over here. So do I just measure 2 feet from the door over? Since it looks center, I think we're going to go with trick the eye to make it think it's centered. 2 feet that way, 2 feet that way from the edge of the door. I think that's what we're going to do. And I think it's about time for a time lapse. So let's get to it.
Can you hear the sound?
This is how we're going to wire this. These guys, they literally are push to lock. So push in, locks in, like so. You're going to do that on each one. Oh, that one's being a little difficult. There it is. See? Push to lock. See how you can see them in there? They're going to make a complete connection in that. You do the same with your ground. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a flathead, we're going to pry that out. The wire is going to go through that, and it's going to connect to these. You'll plug this into your light. This screws into the back of the light, like so. And then don't forget to set your temperature. You can always pull the light back out to set your temperature. So, if you need help on the instructions, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. The only one that's not colored the same is your ground, which is green, which is going to go straight to that copper one. You're going to strip them back. You're going to connect them and then shove it up in there. This is what we got. We got black wire to black wire, white wire to white wire, green wire to copper. These things are just literally push connects. Like I said earlier, when you're stripping your wire, strip your wire about 1/2 inch. That should be about what you need there, and then none of it is exposed. And then the only one that should be exposed is your copper right here, which is your ground. That's okay, because that's grounding out the box. You can see the screw right there. Green goes to this screw, it grounds out the whole box. Simple as that. Make sure your wires tucked in there nice and tight. That guy's gonna go kind of right up in there. And then you got that, which is the male. That's the male. This is the female. You kind of see how they're spaced out. See, there's the double and the single. That's how you want to line them up. And then tighten it down. I'm gonna take the wire, kind of tuck it up there. I'm gonna take this tab. It's gonna push it right up in there. And then the other tab right here is gonna go like so. Literally snaps itself up. There we go. I kind of quickly installed the other ones. I still got to run power from, I think, that light bulb over to that one. I am not 100% sure. Realistically, what I need to do is I need to get it from there to somewhere over here. And that one is going to be tricky because I might have to drill another hole up here, drill another hole. But yeah, I would say 90% of the way done. Just need the last 10% from there to there.
You see where the wire's coming in? Well, right next to it, that's where I'm going to run the other wire out.
I'm going to run it to that guy right over there.
Sounds good. Doesn't work.
Loop it in and have it wired in.
It's going to be a little bit of work because getting it up and over the ceiling and through the joist might be difficult. And looking at it, I have to jump one joist.
Never gonna happen.
So we'll see.
Can you hear the sound? Can't stop us now. We're not back in town.
All right, a little bit of change of plans. I drilled another hole, and I'm not going to patch that. I'm just gonna put another light there, and I'll put another one over here as well. That was 3.5 hours of work to get from there to there. Never want to do that again. Wire that's coming across into here. So it's going to come in one side, that's going to go in the middle, and that's going to go on the other side over there, and that's going to feed all of them. So just a tiny bit more work to go.
Motion, voices shake the ground, you feel it moving with the revolution. Can you hear the sound?
Okay, I got the final touches on. I got that, all three of those lights wired in from that guy. I got that all put together. I think it is time to test it out. All right, 1, 2, 3. No way. Man, this looks good. Holy cow. Look at that. Like, I'm glad I actually ended up doing 3 over there because we definitely did a third one there. Now you can kind of see how crappy my drywall is over there. That needs to be fixed. That needs to be finished. And it adds a lot more light in here. I will say I am missing the light bulb for that, but realistically, might not be that much of an issue over there. All right, I'm gonna kill all the other lights and just see what it is with just those guys, minus the one ceiling light that I have left in still. Man, look at that. Nothing like some high quality garage lighting. Now, again, these are gimbals, so I can even take that middle one and just point it straight down. And then the other one over there, I could do the same thing. And I'll even have a little bit more light. Right now, it's just reflecting off the wall. And this is pretty cool. Man, I can't wait to get some stuff done in here. So keep in mind, this is only phase 1. Phase 2, there's gonna be a lot more lights, and this thing's gonna be lit up like none other. This is amazing. Like, this is giving me some motivation again. This was a hard project. The phase 2, it's gonna be a little bit different, but I think it's gonna be a little bit easier. So, till next time, guys, I'll catch you later. I know the garage looks like Two-Face from Batman, but... And, sorry, there's a fly driving me nuts.